you want to hear music, but you don't want to be looked at as like I only hear mainstream shit. You know what I mean?
But I feel like a lot of it's a good topic, right?
Yeah,
so
that's a good topic.
Good topic. We'll keep going on that one, but that'll be a future podcast episode.
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest episode of the LeisureHub Podcast. We are your hosts,
Pedro. I'm first this time,
and Justin. Yeah. And today we got a little treat. We felt a little fancy today.
Oh yeah, today? Bro, we're always fancy.
So we just want to do a little. I want to do a little shout out and congratulations to us. But we hit a threshold on like views and subscribers and, well, not really followers on Instagram or anything like that, but we hit a new threshold that we haven't hit before, and I just wanted to kind of celebrate a little bit and just we're having a good time. It's just,
these are the vibes.
Hey, vibes. It's all like, so whoever listens to this at the very beginning, whatever, just want to like thank you guys so much for watching, for listening, for laughing, for crying, spilling your milk a little bit.
Thank you for being part of the journey.
Yeah. It's just it's a huge vibe. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
cheers,
bro. Cheers. Kiss you.
Mm-mm.
Whoa, he's chugging it. Damn.
It's just ass.
It is the worst whiskey you could probably buy. It's bad. No, but
I've never been a Jack Daniels fan like that.
I mean,
nah, but this one's not bad.
I've never been a huge whiskey fan, but I'm growing to like it. But today we have a very scandalous episode for you guys. I turned a little British, yeah. But I mean, this one's coming from the heart, more, or should I say, coming from Pedro's balls.
Literally
coming from Pedro's balls. So sharing your hobbies with your children, like I feel like this is going to go out to a very specific genre or demographic of people. Because
basically,
because I mean, obviously,
with dads, basically,
with dads or moms, because I mean, like, this is just an encompassing, sharing hobbies.
Facts.
Bro, chill, man. Come on, man. But no, this is just like sharing your hobbies with your kids in general, right? So like, this is like a parenting type of vibe. Like, I'm not there yet, but you are, and I know a lot of people who are out there who either compromise on their hobbies to obviously spend it with their children, or they try to merge the two together.
I feel like gaming with your children, like when you don't have kids, you play it out in your head like it's gonna be, this amazing experience, which it is, right? But you don't expect the little bumps or the little things that catch you off guard, with your children. Coming from a person that learned like to play games.
Are you gonna throw up
like at 4? No, I don't know.
It sounds like you're gonna spit up.
No, no, but like I learned to play games like at 3 or 4, right? And I felt,
damn, you must be a G.
I am a G.
Damn.
But like, gamer. I don't know. I feel like video games were never really a learning experience. Like I felt like I just grabbed that controller and I knew what to do.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
You know what I mean? It's like, but then again, like I hear stories of my brother like teaching me to, that he taught me how to play games, which is true. Yeah. Right. But then again, like the way I see it, it's just like I just grab the controller and
you start playing. It's like as natural as like, how some people are really just gifted in sports in general. Yeah. And they'll just jump into a sport. Naturally. Pick it up. Like, never played the sport before. Yeah. Just good at it. Yeah. That kind of thing.
So that's kind of like how it felt. Yeah. Right? So I'm expecting, I'm just going to give my kid a controller and he's just going to figure it out. Yeah. Or she's just going to figure it out. But in my case, it was my daughter. Yeah.
And she's just getting into like games now, right? Like she's very fascinated.
Yeah, she is, and she's like 3 years old, almost 4. Yeah. And then the way we game is kind of weird. But we don't really game. She's 3, and she just like watches me play, grabs the controller who's not connected. Yeah. So she kind of like thinks that she's playing, but then.
But hold on, let me stop. Okay. Hold your thought. Let me put it in your head. But that's the same shit that we would do like when we were kids, when you have like your cousin over or something like that. You fake plug it in so they think that they're playing and they're actually not. No, like that's hilarious.
But that you think that's gonna work forever?
No.
Sorry, there we go.
Bro,
Again,
absolutely disgusting.
I'm sorry.
If you can't handle the whiskey, just don't drink it. I'll put apple juice in it. Do you want apple juice?
Yeah.
Let me get you apple juice. Could you imagine?
But yeah, no, and it doesn't last forever, bro.
No.
And she came up to me at one point. It's like, I'm like, Dad, like I'm not moving the button and it's not moving. It's not moving. I'm like,
She's getting smart.
Yeah. So at the time I had the scuff controller. I didn't want to give her the scuff controller. You know what I mean? So I gave her the regular PS5 controller and
the Dorito covered one, the one that the joystick has Joy-Con drift.
Got that drift. Yeah. So anyways, I gave her that controller and I sat her down to play Far Cry 6, which is like, I don't know, but I would think that that's not the game you give a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Right. But hey, that's the game I was playing. I just so she can explore with the buttons, with the Joy-Cons and stuff like that. And, I have videos of her because I was amazed by how fast she picked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, like she picks it up fast, like she knows what to do. But at the same time, she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like, it's almost like instinct for her to just like the sticks and look up and look down. And I'm like how?
It's like, I didn't teach you that. Or
exactly.
But the thing is the kids learn a lot just from observing their parents. So like, I mean, I'm sure she's watched you play games this entire time. But then again, you look at somebody moving their fingers on a controller stick. And it's just like, it's a whole mess of stuff. Cause it's just like, you're clicking a whole bunch of shit.
And it's the first person. So you like, sometimes people get dizzy, older people get dizzy playing. I can't play this shit.
You were teaching her to, having her fish in
Far Cry. Yeah,
that's
like we
the main
just
thing.
Go fishing, and she was like, "I want a red one, or you want a yellow one." So I usually go to the spot where those fishes are.
Yeah.
But
that just creates like some bonding time. So it's like
100%.
Yeah. So, but it's like you had to naturally. It was a way for you to kind of bring one hobby of yours in to the mix of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To spend time basically together.
Yeah, and I think like. That's like the main thing. It's like as a parent or as just even as a person in general, like even if you're not sharing your hobbies with like your kids and you're just trying to share it with like maybe like a cousin or something like that, or you're trying to share it with a friend or whoever, you're really just trying to build that connection. And you want to like have your hobby. You want them to enjoy your hobby as much as you enjoy it. So like, I definitely remember as a kid, I would everybody has this kind of memory. Like your friend comes over or your cousin comes over and you always give them the shitty controller. And you always have to be player one.
Yeah, of course.
And then I remember with my nephew, like when him and I were playing, or I can't remember who it was, but we were playing together and I would take the at this time, like you had to plug the controller in, but when I was a kid. But I would just like put it underneath of the console. Like, so it looked like it was kind of plugged in.
Okay.
But it really wasn't.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, there was a point where like everybody did that. But there was just like a point where like they eventually, like you said, realized that, hey, something's not adding up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I'm supposed to have fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be doing stuff too.
Yeah.
Why is it just like when I'm watching his controller move and I move mine, it's not doing the same exact thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like, honestly, that's really only a thing that's happened from like our generation probably till later. Because think about it. There haven't really been a lot of, you had the SNES and you had the, just the regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
But those, which came out in the 80s, right?
Don't ask me. I'm not sure. But yeah, but
bro, you gotta have me look up.
No,
we're gamers. We don't know this.
They came out a while ago, bro. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have me Google this, right?
What, SNES?
No, the first Nintendo console.
Yeah, I have no idea, dude. But yeah, these were the ones that we basically started on.
Yeah. Well, it's like, so you had the 70, well, that's the color TV game, but the NES.
Yeah.
So you have the SNES, Super Nintendo, and then you have the NES. I always get confused between those two. It's like the abbreviations always fuck me up. but like the NES was like in like the 80s.
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't until like obviously that generation, right? Like they were the first to kind of really experience playing games with multiple people. And obviously you had arcades and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But I mean like sitting down in your house, sitting on the couch, playing games with your brother, your little sister, or whatever, or your cousin. It's like it wasn't until a certain period of time that you actually had that issue where like you're playing. Actually, side note, do you think people still do that? Kids still do that? I have no idea because I'm not around like kids like that. Like,
well, like plug in that.
It's like, you know, because
you can't wait.
Co-op was a big thing when we were growing up, and even before that. But now co-op is not really
like couch co-op.
Yeah, it's not really like I would say the Nintendo Switch is like the main thing that you have that on. But the PlayStation and Xbox, those aren't really platforms where you have a lot of.
I would say like probably like sports games. You know,
sport games,
2K games. But then again, those are heavy online games as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember back in the day, you know, we would play NBA Live, and that would be the couch co-op game. Yeah. Like we would never really play online. It was just between the family, you know.
Yeah.
Like my brother or my brother-in-law, like we would just get together and just play.
Yeah.
You know, in the same household.
Yeah.
But I feel like now most of the time it would be like online,
a single player or online game.
Yeah,
and you just play with your friend online.
Yeah, I feel like couch co-op is definitely declining.
It's dead. Well, I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's
declining.
Yeah.
But it is fun reliving that experience with your kids, because there's no other way. You can't online play with your kids.
Yeah,
it has to be couch co-op.
Yeah,
I feel like in that case it's never going to die.
Yeah,
and I think Nintendo has monetized that culture.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, they definitely, like, if somebody were to ask me, hey, you know what, if I'm really into games and I want to get I want to like share that hobby with my kids. Yeah. What console would you recommend? I would 100% recommend the Switch.
Yeah, and they still like revolve their ads around that. You see, their ads is
very
always
kid friendly.
You see, there's always a couch in their ads.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
It's funny. It's funny that we kind of bring this up is because I feel like the PlayStation, Xbox, they don't really ever advertise that way. Like anyway, it's more of the game specifically that advertises that way, but like the console itself is just advertising like, hey, you're a gamer, you're a hardcore gamer, or you're a gamer in general. Like, do you want to get our console? Like that, the general gist. You know what I mean? It's not really like, hey, kids.
It's an experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you think about like kid friendly games that are on the PlayStation or even Xbox, I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, there is, but it's just hard to think of.
There are. Yeah. But then you think of Nintendo. Okay, well, you could play Mario Party. We could play any Mario game, really. There's like Sonic game. Well, I mean, Sonic is on other platforms too, but you get the point. It's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think going back to like our main topic, you know, I think the main struggle is like, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a parent, but I can relate this to like, you know, like family. But it's kind of like you have a hobby, and maybe not just gaming, but like let's say your hobby is, I don't know,
like gaming.
Well, I'm saying a different hobby.
Other than gaming?
Other than gaming.
I would say hiking.
Yeah, let's say your hobby is hiking, but they're 3 years old. Like, I mean, you can technically take them with you.
Yeah.
But would you? Would you go hiking? And
I would. But I mean,
like, would you take Serena right now and go hiking with her?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would. Huh?
Why?
But I feel like she's just starting she's at that age where she can.
Yeah.
But then again, I know my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bee there. I ain't going there. I ain't going there.
How does she do it? Just like, there's bee.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Now that, you know, sometimes we want to bring our children into our hobbies. Yeah. And our children, it kind of hurts, you know. Sometimes our children don't want to have. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing to do with that hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're like, I've had friends that they are car enthusiasts, you know, and their kids are not, and they tell me it's like, you know, it's kind of hard. You want your kid, to be involved in that. You're trying to teach him this and that, and then there's like, nah, he just wants to spend the game, like the day gaming or doing something else. Like the kids have their own minds, they have their own interests, So in that way, I kind of feel lucky, that my daughter is actually showing signs that she wants to game. Like we don't even have to do anything. We're not gaming at the moment, but she'll ask like, Dad, I want to play Far Cry. Yeah. Or I want to play Pirates. When we play Sea of Thieves, she calls it Pirates. So it's like, and you can make it fun too. Yeah. And I love the fact that, as a creative, you don't have to be creative only at work or while you're doing your artwork, but like stuff like this, you can make up shit to like, do around with the kids. Like for example, Sea of Thieves. So I get her like a paper plate, and that's her ship wheel. Yeah. I draw her a map on a paper, and that's the treasure map. And then she basically guides me while I'm on the screen, guiding the ship, operating the sails. You know what I mean? Like she's involved. Yeah. And like whenever we go to an island, we stop playing, and then we get the actual treasure that I have hidden in the house and stuff like that. Yeah. So we kind of make it like a role playing pirate game, and like we spend some time on the screen, but the stuff in the screen, we're also doing it in the house. Like we're imagining the couch is an island, the floor is ocean, stuff like that. Yeah, and like, it's actually fun.
But see, the thing is like those memories are like, I mean, she's what, 3 now?
Yeah, she's about to be 4.
Yeah. Those are like, she's at the point now. I mean, kids don't really start having like solid memories until 5, right?
I remember my 4th birthday and on, I started remembering stuff. So yeah, 4 or 5. I feel like. Are you looking that shit up?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to be wrong. So okay, so it's
trying to be wrong.
Most people can't remember anything before the age of 2 or 3, and this is known as infantile amnesia. However, some researchers suggest that children can have memories as early as 2 years old. So the average time is around 3 or 4. So this is my point with bringing this up, is like this is right around the time that she's gonna start building memories, right? Yeah. And because of that, I don't know about you, but like you said, as a kid, you kind of just pick stuff up, right? Like you jumped in the game, like you had your brother show you like some of these games, and you kind of picked it up, and then you kind of just felt like you knew how to play. Yeah. But for you, that's a staple memory for you, right? It is. Right now, like Serena, she's building that staple memory. So when she gets to the age, like when she gets to your age, she'll think back.
She can talk about that.
I remember when Dad used to like make I draw the treasure map, and I would go and play Sea of Thieves or Pirates or whatever, blah blah blah. And so like that's the key memory that you want to share your hobbies with your children as much as possible, and how you do that, like it'll build long lasting memories, and that's the bond that you want.
Exactly.
To your point earlier, like, you said you had friends where they want to get them and their children into cars and stuff like that. But it's like, and they get kind of bummed. Yeah. I don't think you can you can force your hobby onto a child. This is first and foremost, this is no point at any point are Pedro and I ever trying to like dictate how you should parent your child ever. No. But I would say, like, I don't, in general, like even with like adults, like projecting your hobby or interest on a child, I don't think that's like a good, like if they don't want to do it, like you can't force them to do it. Like it sucks. Like I know for a fact if I had kids and like they showed no signs of interest in playing games, I would be bummed. I'd be like, as I'm licking the mic, I'd be like, I want them to be a part of this. Right. But it's like you said, kids just kind of want to do their own thing. They want to be a kid and they want to enjoy it. So projecting your own hobby onto your child because like that's your thing. Yeah. And it's kind of like you love it so much. You want them to have that love too. but you have to kind of understand that it's like they are their own, like they are their own identity.
Exactly.
And
they're developing stuff that they love.
Exactly. And they're watching you as much as possible. And maybe they're not interested in like in cars, or maybe they're not interested in hiking, but maybe there is something that you do, because like most people have more than one hobby. Mm-hmm. So, you know, maybe it's not, you know, that specific thing that you love a lot. Maybe it's something else. Like maybe you're really into painting.
Believe it or not, she is.
And kids love painting, bro. Like
I feel like every kid loves art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Kids love art in general. Finger painting. Yeah. So like there's ways to work around that. Maybe like, you know, it's not your top priority to do painting or something like that. But maybe you have another hobby. I know for a fact, like if I had a kid, I would 100% want to get them into snowboarding early. 100%.
What if they don't give a fuck about that shit?
I can't do anything about it because I know, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos where like kids, or like I've talked to a lot of, well, actually there's this one guy that I work with. I won't shout his name out or anything like that, just because I try to keep work and this.
No, you good? Yeah, understand.
Actually, fine. I'll tell you his name.
Wow.
No, but he was telling me, he's like, yeah, he was telling me he played a lot of sports. I was like, damn, what didn't you play? Yeah. And he's like, honestly, I was forced to play a lot of those things, and I really hated it. Like I hated it, but it wasn't until I made the decision to play on my own, that's when I started liking it. Okay. And that's kind of what I was like trying to say with like projecting your hobby onto like your kids. Is like, again, I'm not trying to tell you how to parent or anything like that, but I guess what I'm evaluating from other people is like, I think you should try to get children into like as many different areas as much as possible, just to see what they show signs of interest in. Yeah. But like you can't force them into a lot of things, because sometimes they do like it. Yeah. But a lot of times they end up having resentment over that specific hobby, and it's like they want no parts of it. Yeah. So it's like, do you want them to have kind of an interest in it, or to be exposed to it, or for them to completely hate it? Yeah. You know what I mean? I would much rather them show like, I was exposed to games. It's not really my thing, but I think they're cool. Yeah. I would much rather have them that way than to completely hate it.
And true. And like sometimes I think about that, like resentment on hobbies. And it comes a lot. Sometimes you do hate your hobby. Yeah. You don't hate your hobby, but there's stuff about your hobby that you hate.
That goes back to losing. Are we losing our love for hobbies?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and then now think about it when you first started that hobby. Mm-hmm. You didn't care how many players were on that game. No. You didn't care the meta weapon. What was the meta weapon? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You didn't care who developed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now we know who developed it. Yeah. Now we know the flaws. Mm-hmm. Now, like, we get every Easter egg from the internet, from the YouTube, from whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, our love for the game, we have love for the game, but we also have stuff that we hate. Yeah. But sometimes we forget where we started from. Like, we didn't know any of that. We just had the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes, let's say my daughter, right? I like girl. She's my girl, but she's my daughter, right? Yeah. Like, what if she liked, for example, Killed the Justice League? What if she really enjoyed that? Like, Dad, like, this is my favorite game. This is amazing. But me, like, seeing all the critics.
That game fucking sucks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Seeing all the critics. I haven't played it. Mm-hmm. Seeing who developed it. Oh, yeah, they had some good work, but now they fell off, this and that. You know, and then I would try to be like, no, like, this game is no good. You know what I mean? But to her, it's the best game ever. Yeah. I'd rather let it be the best game ever.
Yeah. Than try to like guide them away from
because of what I think and what I think of the hobby. Yeah. You know?
It's kind of like trying to find the fun. Like kids will find the fun in everything, right? And they'll just enjoy it. They'll live for that. But it's when you get to be an adult, you're fixated on the small bullshit that doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to say like I don't care about those things, but it's like trying to relate to other things other than gaming. But like when you get into tech, right? Or your kids are genuinely of this generation are very fascinated with like phones and tech of all kind, right? They don't care what kind of phone it is. They don't care whether it's an Android or a Google Pixel or a Samsung or an iPhone. Yeah, they don't care about that. It's just a phone. It does to them. It does the same exact shit that the other phone does. But
it's like, damn, I have a phone.
They don't give a phone.
I'm gonna tell everybody I got a phone.
I can take selfies.
yeah, bro. That's so true.
Yeah,
it's so true.
And even if we're talking about like painting, why don't I have or cards or whatever, you get fixated on the specifics. Like as an adult, you get fixated on like, oh, like, well, I want this kind of suspension, and like I did research on like, well, this one's like more premium and this one holds this much weight and blah blah blah. But then it's like as a kid, you're just fascinated that the car is low.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like low, like you don't care about what shocks it's had to what brand the shocks are to make it low.
Yeah.
You just excited that it's low.
Yeah, it's just low.
I had to cut the springs, so I cut the springs.
Yeah, it just is.
It's low.
The car just is. Yeah. It just looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. It's like, I mean, a lot like,
which is funny, a lot of teenagers think like that.
Yeah. And it's like, were you ever a Hot Wheels kid?
Not really.
I was a Hot Wheels kid.
Okay.
So I mean, I had the setup. If I can find it, I'll pop up the case that I had. But I had this little case. It was like a little suitcase, and it had Hot Wheels logo on it, right?
Oh shit!
And it had like a car with flame coming out of it, and like 2 big NASCAR tires, or whatever. And you open this case, and this case had all of my Hot Wheels cars in it, like just stacked a collection of it. It was just like as a kid though. Like, it wasn't like I was like 8. Like, there was a point where I stopped collecting.
Like, these cars are great.
But I was just fascinated with the cars. Yeah. I didn't care what kind of tires it had, or what kind of suspension it had, or what kind of shocks it had, or does this car have twin turbo? Like, it was just cool. You know what I mean? And I think like kids don't care about the nitty gritty of what that hobby is. Yeah. They just want to have the most fun that they can possibly have doing that hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think we as like adults get so caught up in the specifics that kind of like blinds us a little bit, and we forget about like the simplistic in like the hobby. Like you don't need the fanciest stuff to have the most fun. You just kind of need to be in the moment and enjoy what you're doing, and then you'll have fun.
And I feel like the more you dive into it, like the more you ruin it for yourself.
Yeah.
As a kid, it's funny because now we're talking about, your kids and hobbies and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Are we?
We are.
Honestly, bro, I thought we were talking about Hot Wheels.
We are. We're also talking about
we are. Yeah. Solid. Yeah.
Yep. Let's just make the rest of the podcast about Hot Wheels.
Okay. What's your favorite Hot Wheels?
The one with the 4 wheels.
Oh, right. That one. I really did like. Anyway, you're going to lose your train of thought. I'm going to stop.
Did I already lose it?
Yeah, you did. It's funny you say that about kids.
No, it's funny you say that about kids, like how they just go into, they don't care about anything. They just care about the fun.
Yeah.
A person who is getting into a new hobby is also like a kid.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, some people join it because
there's a huge difference with them though. They because some people go hard on like researching.
True, and that's what I want to get to. Like some people go hard on researching, but I feel like some people could do that to just be relevant on a community.
Sure,
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like some people just go into a hobby and actually find the fun, and they don't care about what brand their gear is. They don't care about the reviews. They just find something, and if it works, good, because this is what I need to do, what I love to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But some people, they get into a hobby and they want to get to know the best brands, the best, which is good. Don't get me wrong, because who wouldn't want something that lasts and is good and is proven that, that is good. That's great, but at the end of the day, like, is it going to make it more fun? Is it going to make it less fun? And then you're going to worry about the critics. You're going to worry more about the reviews. Yeah. And then, I'm doing it good because I have this brand and this and that. It's like, and that's when conversations and like different point of views come in, and it's more about politics rather than fun.
Yeah. But I think I think what comes with that is because, or what, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hold on. Let me backtrack, actually. What I'm trying to say is like, I think what comes with that is being an adult and having your own money, right? Yeah. Because as an adult and having your own money, you don't want to make the wrong purchase. You know what I mean? It's like, I would much rather spend 50 hours, exaggerating, 50 hours of my time researching on the best chair for my desk setup than just buy whatever chair I thought looked cool. And that chair that looks cool ended up being super shitty. And I didn't look at any of the results of the reviews or ratings or anything like that. And then next thing you know, I'm stuck with this $500 chair that ends up being ass.
So it's all true.
But that's the thing, is like the difference between a kid, like a kid and an adult, like, you know, they're not going to look at that specifics, but an adult is going to. So in a way, it does take away that fun. But you kind of like, when you start realizing like how money is valuable in our society, it's like you kind of need to be a little bit more like cautious of like the things that you buy. Especially with everything, like every product. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say this, but every product apparently is cancerous.
Oh yeah, and in the state of California,
the shampoo, your soap, the butter you're using, the syrup you're using, the ketchup you're using, the chair you're sitting on, the headphones you're wearing, everything is cancerous. So it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to use? So you, as an adult, you get paranoid with that, and you do a lot of research, and you're like, well, I need to know what I'm buying and how much it is and like where it's coming from. And
you get stuck sometimes.
You get stuck. You're like, well, now I'm not, because like now you have like 50 options of things that you're going to buy. And you're like, well, now I don't know which one to buy and blah, blah, blah. But a kid,
they don't give a fuck.
They don't have that problem. They're just like, I'm having fun.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And like I have like a regular office chair to game. You know, like not an office, like a patient room chair. Dude, that's what I game with.
Wow, bro. That thing probably is hard as fuck.
It is, bro. But my daughter sees it like, that's dad's chair. That's where he games. Dude, like the meaning she gives, gives the chair is like, this is the gaming chair.
It's like the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
So, oh my god.
That's how she. You know, and bro, like part of having kids in your life, like, they look at you like, I feel like kids look at you like, if your own kids, right? They think that everything you got is like that's like shit,
bro.
That's so true, bro.
Meanwhile, you got it at the dollar store for $2.99.
Exactly, bro. They treat that shit like that's treasure, and bro, like that teaches you a lot, bro. It makes you look. It's like, damn, you know, kid doesn't really have it all there, but it's like they come with what they need. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because it's like, you know, as an adult, you buy like top of the line headphones, right? Yeah. And you're like, bro, these headphones do X, Y, and Z. Right?
Yeah.
You could get a kid a $5 pair of headphones, and they would like, or you could be wearing a $5 pair of headphones, and they would be like,
he got headphones.
Those are the best Paw Patrol headphones I've ever seen.
Bro, they treat that shit like it's a shit.
The only thing that matters. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
But that's how kids are. And then there's something admirable about that.
Yeah.
You know, because like your focus, like, bro, I was like, damn, I would like to get one of those gaming chairs, bro. Every YouTuber I fucking see has one.
Gaming chair.
That's the way you think. You start thinking, I'm like, damn, I guess, you know, everybody has one. You kind of want to be part of the community. You kind of want to, you know what I mean? And
isn't Omega a gaming chair? There's an Omega brand, right?
Probably, bro. There's Spawn. There's a lot of like.
I've thought about a long time of getting a gaming chair,
something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying?
But anyways, we want to be part of the community. Yeah. You know, if this person has it, that shit has to be good. If everybody has it, like, these chairs has to be good. So good. It's a motherfucking chair. The kid, my own daughter had to come into this world to tell me a chair is a chair.
A chair doesn't do fucking shit. I will say to defend that a little bit. Yeah. There are some chairs that are better. Not every chair is built equally. True. I will say that.
Also, as you get older, like your body knows the commodity of a chair too.
Yeah. How ergonomic it is. It's like, damn, I kind of need this. Like the chair that I have in this room back here, right? Yeah. That chair, super comfy. And it's good for your posture. That chair that I have right there. Yeah. It's a chair. It's a chair.
It's a chair.
Yeah.
But I mean, that goes with what we're saying.
Yeah.
You know, like adults are not wrong either.
No. You know, well, to a degree, to
a degree, you know what I mean? Because like you're measuring stuff based off of like commodity, you know, and like how it improves your posture. You know, a kid is not going to think about that.
Well, also, a kid's not going to really have any back problems at the age of 5.
Exactly, exactly. It doesn't fit in their mind.
Yeah, because it's not relevant to them yet.
Yeah, but we're basically
old.
30.
We're old. No.
Yeah, we are. No. Okay.
You're 30, but
we're 29.
I'm not even 29.
We're 29.
I'm like 23.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Get your number. Get your facts straight.
I could buy it. Call
me old again. That's what I thought. Skibbity.
But we realized that, oh shit, like, nah, I need some commodity.
Yeah.
And we'll pay for commodity.
Yeah.
No, and sometimes like young adults make their decisions based on like what other adults are doing. And sometimes we want stuff for commodity, but they see it as like, nah, that's the cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, but no, we just want it for commodity.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of cool though. To be a kid and just like anything that you see your parents doing is a shit.
Yeah.
Like instead of just being like, oh man, this guy has beats over there. Those are shit. You know, what does it matter? Like, do they sound good? Do I enjoy them? Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's how kids think.
Stink?
Think. There you go. I had a little trouble.
You drunk?
Yeah, I'm drunk.
Pedro's drunk off of a little glass of whiskey.
Damn. I'm a lightweight.
You are.
Yeah.
You're a big lightweight.
Like it.
I like it. Yeah, no, I mean, I think spending time with your kids in general is like it's a staple. It's a must, right? Like you want to do that. But how, like, I guess the key is like, how can I do that? And like, I feel like sometimes you can get a little too fixated on like, well, I got to do this specific thing. I got to do this specific thing. And I got to like take him to this crazy thing and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, kids at a young enough age will enjoy anything.
Yeah.
Like pretty much anything. Like you can take them to a museum. They'll love the museum.
Yeah.
You can take them to, oh my
aquarium.
God. I almost forgot what an aquarium was called. I was like, I haven't been to an aquarium in like years.
I love aquariums.
But like, you wanted to be a marine biologist.
A marine biologist, man.
What happened to that dream?
Gone.
They told you, Pedro, you can't swim. You can never be a marine biologist.
No, they can never be a marine biologist.
And they're like, fuck.
I was like, you know what? I'll just be a graphic designer.
Yeah, I'll design.
Actually, no, bro. I wanted to be a marine biologist, and you were like, bro, don't do that shit.
I never said that,
bro. I remember you coming to my locker. What? What?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was about to say, what did I do?
No.
Bro, I remember you saying, and
you hit the mic again?
I did.
Why does it every podcast episode?
Bro, let me talk.
I tell you not to hit the pod.
I said you came to my locker and be like, bro, don't do that shit. You said don't do that shit, bro. Like nobody ever makes money off of that. Come be a graphic designer.
I never said that,
bro.
No, I never said that.
You said come be a graphic designer, bro. Like
I never said that.
The world is gonna be changed by graphic design.
Nope.
Nah, but
nope, never said that.
You did, bro. You did. I was like on my way to be like the top marine biologist. Probably.
You were on your way to go to the art school in Lancaster. That's
true.
That's where you're gonna go. And I was like, bro, fuck that shit. Come to Art Institute with me. And the next thing you know, the school shut down.
Shut down. No, but yeah, that dream go.
Yeah,
that's life, bro.
Anyway, kids.
Yeah, kids. But I would love to have that mindset, you know, and I feel like my kids have come into my life and they taught me to like keep that mindset.
Yeah.
As a kid. And then now I find myself worrying about like, then I want them to keep that mindset for like forever.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like my job is to protect them from people trying to make them think otherwise.
Yeah.
Like just because you have this, you know, just because you have that's going to make you good. This is going to make you good.
Yeah.
When you already have everything you need.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's like, it kind of, I don't want to say like your hobbies don't matter, because they do. It's like you need to have that time. Like, and I don't think we really said this in the very beginning of the episode either, but like you need that time to kind of really enjoy your hobby. Mm-hmm. Like if you give up all of your hobbies to spend it with just your kids, which is, spending time with your kids is important.
Yeah.
But like spending time just doing the things that you want to do is important as well. So there's like a cross between those. It's like you can find a balance between the two. It's like I want to be, especially at that point, at that point in time of having kids, you don't really have a lot of time. So it's like I have to make do with what I have.
Yeah.
So, if you can enjoy your hobby and also spend it with your kid at the same time, it's a win-win. Because at the end of the day, like they'll definitely build memories later on, and I'm sure everybody knows that. Like I'm sure whoever's listening to that already knows that. But it's like maybe sometimes you need that like extra reminders. Like it doesn't matter. Like kids don't really care exactly what they're doing as long as they're having fun. And if like that means that you can do your hobby at the same time, that's a bonus, dude. It's a win-win. So I mean, like whatever your hobbies are, just like kind of try to find out what, like, pick the most fun aspects. Like if it's baking, like kids love helping.
Yeah, they do.
100%. They want to be the ones like and I think you got to be a little lenient with it, because I think sometimes, like, I know for myself, like I'm like, oh well, don't fuck up my game save, or like don't, you know what I mean? But like I think if baking specifically, like you have to learn how to like get messy with your hobby again a little bit.
Yeah,
like learn how to like be a little bit more rugged and like loose with it, because like when you have kids do it, they're not going to be able to be perfect at it. They don't have the coordination that you have. So if you're baking pastries, it's not going to look the greatest, but maybe you can split it up. Maybe you do a little bit of like, the ones that you wanted to do, and then you do the ones that are specifically made by your daughter or your son or whatever. Yeah. And then now you have two unique sides of cookies. You have the ones that you made, and then you have ones that your kids made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes like the kids are going to find different ways to cope with their obstacles, like different than yours.
Popsicles?
Obstacles.
I do love me some popsicles.
Really?
Yeah.
You do look like a guy who likes popsicles.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I don't know, bro. It's like, just give me the vibe.
What's the vibe?
The popsicle vibe, bro.
Yeah, but like, who's a popsicle vibe? You.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you're backtracking right now. Anyway, obstacles, kids.
Yeah. But yeah, like they'll find different ways to cope with it, and like different ways to go over that obstacle.
Yeah.
Different than yours, and it's gonna amaze you.
Yeah.
It happens.
What do you enjoy most about, like, I mean, Noah's not at the age where you can really do like share your hobbies yet.
No, not
but
yet.
Serena is. So like, do you think later on you would get her into kayaking or something like that?
Oh yeah, 100%. But like right now, she's too scared of bugs, bro. Like she panics.
Yeah, like really hyperventilate.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she sees a bee, like she panics, bro.
Bro, you gotta show her. Bees don't do shit. You gotta show her the bees don't do shit.
Bro, I do. But kids are kids.
Look, you gotta pick the bee up. You gotta put him in your mouth. and like, see? Bee doesn't do shit.
Yeah, she don't care.
And then it stings you in the mouth.
And a fly, it's same thing.
A fly?
A fly. A gnat, same thing.
Like the ones that buzz around.
Panics.
She wouldn't survive here.
Nope.
This is a cruel world out here. Gnats everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like careful about taking her hiking or kayaking, but it's gonna happen.
I think she'll grow out of it.
Yeah,
a lot of kids grow out of those like those weird phases, like, and sometimes they don't. Yeah. I'm not trying to put that on.
No,
on
but it's true.
Yeah, because like
it's true.
Malachi, my nephew, he for the longest time the pickiest eater. Like when I mean picky, I mean like another level picky. Yeah. Like I mean white rice and chicken. No beans, because he didn't like the beans. Nothing. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Kids, bro.
But like as he's gotten older, and I called him out on this. I was like, when you finally get a girlfriend, they're going to want you to go. They're going to want to go and do stuff with you. Like they're going to want to go try new restaurants and blah, blah, blah. Like, and so you're going to have to try new foods that you're not normally comfortable with.
Yeah.
So like, you're going to have to do that and you're going to get out of your comfort zone. And he's in that stage right now where he's like, he has a girl now. He moved in with her. So super happy for him. But he's been trying a whole bunch of new foods. And so because she loves trying new foods. And he's like, yeah, I've tried to like, but he's more tame with it now. He's at peace with it now. He's like, yeah, I'll just try it. And like, you know, I'm like, I may not like it, but at least I tried it.
Yeah.
Whereas before you couldn't get him to eat it, bro. Like, I mean, nothing, like nothing, bro. If it was out of his, if it was out of his spectrum, wasn't even touching it.
That's crazy, man. Like, I love trying food except vegetables.
You said you were getting better with vegetables.
Yeah, I am.
Lettuce.
Yeah, I could eat that.
I got some lettuce in the fridge right now.
I'm not gonna eat lettuce by itself, bro.
One day on the podcast, you got to tell your story about you on the bus eating lettuce and you threw up.
In the bus?
Or I don't know. You said
no. Yeah, I went to a field trip.
Yeah,
but we stopped at McDonald's.
We'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the Leisure Hub podcast. We have been the Pod Boys, loud and clear.
Pretty loud and clear.
Oh, very loud and clear.
Not really loud, but clear.
So we thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode. Thank you guys again for commenting, liking, subscribing, everything that you guys do to really like I don't want to say build. I want to say build this podcast, because honestly, without people looking or watching it and listening to it and interacting with us, it's just a podcast. It's just talking. So we really appreciate everybody who listens and everybody who even if you give 5 seconds, like, you still gave your time, and 100%. We really appreciate that. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the latest episode of the Leisure Hub podcast. We have been your hosts, Justin and
Pedro, and
we will catch you on the next one.
There won't be a next one.
There's no next one. The podcast is over.
Don't say that.
But remember, be a kid and enjoy yourself and find the fun in everything.
Yep.
That's all you have to say? You're not going to say anything else?
Always try your hardest, bro.
No, you know,
it's
shut
hard
up. You're done.
Especially with everybody coming at you.
You're done.
Bro, like, I'm always done, bro.
You and your MAGA hat.
This is MAGA.
MAGA.
Yeah. This is MAGA.
Yeah.
Have it an American flag.
Yeah.
Blacked out. It's MAGA.